Hey guys, I'm finally getting a video done for you. I've been really busy with the holidays and I just got a new puppy, so I've been really busy and I've been wanting to get a video out for you guys, so I want to get at least a couple Valentine's Day ones done for you. So this one's going to be on the fake Valentine's lollipops here. We got a pink one and the red one I made here. I just love these ones. And here's a fake chocolate one. The fake chocolate one's made out of clay. So I'm going to tell you how I made both of these. You're also going to need a mold. I got this from the confectionery house. I'll put a link below on it where to buy this, and it has seen better days. I ordered another one actually. So this is your sucker mold, and you can use any mold that you want, really, any heart-shaped mold, any Valentine's Day sucker mold or you want. You're going to need your fake frosting here. You know all about that if you watch all my other videos. It is a lightweight spackle, like a crack filler basically. You need your craft paint, matte varnish, petroleum jelly, sucker sticks. I got two sizes, a large size and a small size, and a hot glue gun and some ribbon. Oh, and some clay, air dry clay right here. Get this from Dollarama, and it looks like this. It's a really awesome clay. So what do you need? Basically, I'm just going to show you. These are made out of the resin. Now, I'm not going to use resin today, but if you go back to my fake candy DIY video, I use resin for that. I'm going to show. It shows you how to use it, what to use, what I use, and all that stuff. So what I am going to explain to you though today is to use resin in these kind of molds. Resin is not really to use in these kinds of molds. It's not recommended, we'll say, but you can. If you listen to my steps that I use, you can use resin in these molds, but don't be mad if you ruin your mold though. It's possible because it sticks in there. But if you have a cherished mold, don't put resin in it. If you really don't want to ruin your mold, don't put resin in it. Do it the clay route. I'll show you how I use the clay. Make the clay ones, but I'll show you. So what you do in order to be able to use resin in these molds, you use your petroleum jelly, and you have to spread it all inside here in a nice fine layer, and make sure you try to get every spot in there. So basically this keeps the resin, once it's cured, it keeps it from sticking forever into your mold. You don't want that. So then I take a Q-tip here, and I also do it all on the edge here, right? Make sure you get it all in these edges, all the way around, and make sure you get into where the sucker stick goes, because it can stick in there. As you can see, that's in there forever, and that will stick right in there. So once you do all that, you mix up your resin. It's a two-part mixture. You mix it up. You put your sucker stick. You put your sucker stick in there, and then you pour your resin in there. So once you set that aside for the day, for the night, the next day, what you do, the only way that I can get resin out is I have to put it in the freezer. So once I put it in the freezer for a little while, then I can pop it out. Otherwise, it's really, really hard. So those are the two tips to use resin in these kind of plastic molds. So that's how I did mine. Also, I'm going to wipe that out because I'm going to show you the clay version. So when you pop it out, it's going to look like this. And it's pretty much impossible to keep the resin from getting on the stick. I just have a hard time. I can't keep it from. So what I do, I have to chop it off here. Oh, my camera. I chop off this end right here. And then I hot glue. I chop off an end here about here. And then I hot glue it on on the end here. So you have a clean, stick. It doesn't look good with all the resin on it. So you do that, you let that dry. You can put a little bit in the back there to reinforce it, a little bit of hot glue. So I'm just gonna set that aside right there, and that's how you do that. So then I'm gonna show you how I make the clay one. So this is the air dry clay. It's awesome clay. It's from Dollarama. It's smooth. It dries. It's an air dry clay, and it's awesome. This is kid friendly. This is the kid friendly version, easier version, not so messy. You will probably use this, and you can use any mold that you want. you know, and I make Easter, Halloween, Christmas ones. This is just your Valentine one. So I'm just gonna clean it out where I put the petroleum jelly in there. So basically, you got your clay and you're gonna spread it all in there. And you're gonna wanna spread it, make sure you get in all the grooves. Spread it all the way around. And you're gonna make sure that you get all the details, especially on the edges here. You wanna get it all in there really good. Okay, so once you do all that, we're going to jump to this one's already done. You're going to take a sucker stick, and then once that's all in there, and then you're just going to put it in there. Shove it all in there, and that stick stays clean, obviously, because it's just clay, so you don't got to worry about it dirty. You get dirty. And then if you want to take a little bit of extra clay in the back here to, well, I'll take from that. You just put a little bit on the back there just to reinforce the stick. So that's gonna stay in there good, not break off. So there. So it doesn't matter even if you see the stick a little bit because you're just painting over it anyway. So once that dries, you let that set for the day and the day and the night, and the next day it's gonna look like this right here. So what I do is I paint it with burnt umber is the color I use. This is the color I use for all my fake chocolate treats. Use the burnt umber, and I think I did 3 coats onto that. And then I did 1 coat of the matte varnish. So once you did all that, you are going to decorate it. And here I started one of the resin ones here too. And so what you need is your fake frosting here. It's a number 16 tip. It's a tiny, tiny tip. And you are going to, it's kind of hard to show you how, I'll just do a few here. And I'm going to continue on there, and oh, sometimes it doesn't stick. You just do it again till it sticks. There we go. And just go all the way around. It just makes a sweet little detail, a sweet little frosting detail. So I just, I do two lines of it. And here's the chocolate one here. I'll do this one. This is a darker shade of pink. Here I'm going to use, and it's really hard to show you here. And you just do a little dab. Oh, I want to stick. There. And just, you can do so many different crafts with this. With molds and clay and this fake frosting. Is so awesome. It's just so sweet. And there I started the 1 layer, and you just go all the way around. See the tiny little tip? So once you do all that, you let it dry, and I add this little piece of ribbon here. Just kind of adds a little touch, and it hides to where you added the glue there. So what I do, I like vintage ribbon. I find vintage ribbon, when you see old things with old ribbons, they're kind of flat looking. So I kind of like that look. So what I do, I make a little bow here, and then I take a glue gun, and I kind of put a little bit of glue right there. And then I fold it like so, just to flatten it. And then I take another little glue here, and I flatten. I just like the look of a flat bow. See, just like that. And then this one isn't completely done, but I'm just gonna, then I'd hot glue it on the end here, and then I'll finish this one later, and just hot glue it right there on the end, and just adds a cute little touch. For the fake chocolate one here, I used a little teal one. I thought that was cute. And I also made these little suckers. Like I said, you can use any mold. I had these little round suckers here, and I just added the little fake frosting on that one. And I also have this little heart shape mold here, and I had a little frosting. This is a hard candy mold that I bought also from Confectionery House that I used. And this pops out way more easier. I did put some petroleum jelly in the inside there, but this popped out pretty good. But those other molds, these sucker molds, you really got to make sure you get in all the grooves and all those things. So I think I gave you all the little tips and tricks, and I just think these are so sweet, and I loved how they turned out. Like I said, the fake chocolate one is more of a kid friendly, and you don't have to mess with resin and all that stuff. So I hope you enjoyed this little video. I want to thank you all for all the awesome compliments on my videos, and you guys are just so sweet. I got the best subscribers in the world. So I want to thank you very much, and please like and share and subscribe. Thank you.